Anymore, no longer, and used to are all used to say that something was true in the past, but is not true now. They all mean basically the same thing, but the way that we make sentences with them is not the same. Anymore is used in negative sentences and questions. No longer is used in positive sentences and questions. And used to is used in positive sentences, negative sentences, and questions. Also, while used to focuses more on the fact that something happened in the past, no longer and anymore focus more on the fact that it doesn't happen now. But let's look at each of these in a bit more detail. Again, anymore is usually used in negative sentences and questions, and it's usually at the end of the sentence. For example, I don't want this anymore. This means that I wanted it in the past, but now I don't want it. Again, we can also use anymore in questions, but when we use it in questions, we often include the word not to show that we know that this thing was true in the past, but we are not sure if it is true now. For example, do you not love me anymore? This means that I know that you loved me in the past, but now I think that your love for me might be gone. And here are two more small details about anymore. One is that you can also use any longer. These mean the exact same thing, but anymore is more common in modern English. Two is that in some dialects of English, they use anymore in positive sentences to mean nowadays. However, unless you live somewhere where they do that, I don't recommend that you do that because it will probably just confuse people. No longer, again, is used in positive sentences and questions, and it is usually before the verb. For example, I no longer need your help. This means that in the past, I needed your help, but now I do not. Or, do you no longer want this? This means that I know you wanted it in the past, but now it seems like maybe you don't. You can also put no longer at the beginning of a sentence, but if you do this, you need a helping verb. For example, you can change I no longer need your help to no longer do I need your help. However, this is not common in daily conversation and it sounds very formal. Finally, we have used to, which again can be used in positive sentences, negative sentences, and questions. And used to always goes before the verb. However, when we use it in negative sentences and questions, we often take off the D. So negative sentences will usually be subject didn't used to, and questions will usually be did subject used to. Here's a positive sentence. I used to live in Thailand. This means that in the past I lived in Thailand, but now I don't. Here's a negative sentence. I didn't used to like coconut. This means that in the past I didn't like coconut, but now I do. And here's a question. Did you used to play football? This basically means that I know that you don't play football now, but for some reason, I think it's possible that you played in the past, and I would like to know whether or not this is true. Also, please note that used to is used for repeated actions, or things that happen for a period of time, not for things that just happened one time quickly. If you only played one game of football when you were younger, you wouldn't say I used to play football. I used to play football means that you played it regularly. You played it again and again over a long period of time. But yeah, that's how we use anymore, no longer, and used to. Thank you for watching. Also, I share new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, so if you found this video helpful and would like to see more videos like this one, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notifications.